featuring Eric.
Eric, he is a bad, bad man.
Special K.
The big red K.
Are you threatening me?
I'm waiting for you.
And Sam.
I am a wasp! I am a wasp!
You've waited long enough. How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Roula. And Ding Dong. Ryan. 104.1 KRB.
Well, good morning,
morning.
Houston, Texas. It's Monday, April 15th, tax day of 2024. It's 6 o'clock. 59 is what I looked at just now, right when it flipped to 6. It's 59. No, it is 6 o'clock on the dot with Roula, Ryan, Eric, Special K, and Sam. Happy Monday, my friends. It's time to go again for their 5 days.
Push that rock back up the hill.
Right?
Yeah, but I mean,
Hamsters, and we're just in the wheel.
we had a
It's
great
gonna be
weekend.
working.
Beautiful
The weather
weather.
was
Speak
awesome.
for yourself, Ryan. I'm just kidding. My weekend was
Oh,
fine.
sorry.
I'm just kidding.
Weather was nice, right?
The weather was pretty
Was it?
fantastic.
Have you noticed all these vehicles that have this new color? I think it's called Incognito.
What's that one?
It reminds me of those girls, the trend like 4 years ago when they would make their hair gray.
Oh,
young
yeah.
girls
The
would
matte
make-
gray?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
the
yeah,
matte
yeah.
gray?
Yeah.
That silvery
Or
gray.
like the
Love
matte
it.
Like Kia
khaki,
Soul.
like Sam's truck is that matte khaki.
But this is like a grayish. I think it's called an Incognito. I could believe. I might be wrong. I don't know, but it's like
Incognito.
Chevy trucks. I've noticed have had a lot of those new ones are
It's
out.
not your vibe, right? You hate it
Look-
or you like it?
I don't know. I don't know what I think about it.
I
yet.
love
Because
it.
I'm seeing everyone having it now, so I'm like, oh, that's going to be like overkill. Like you get it, you see it at the dealership, you love it, and then all of a sudden you look around and go, oh crap, everyone's
everybody
got
has
it.
that?
Like
Oh.
Kia has that brand.
Incognito wraps.
that
A
what
lot
it's
of
called?
these cars, they're wraps, is how they get them to look that color.
I don't think they wrap. I think they
No,
get them
that's-
from
that's from the
because
I think it's a new
people aren't
shade.
spending that extra money for
Yeah.
a Kia
Yeah, no way.
you get Kias because they're dependable and safe.
I've
right?
definitely
And
seen the new matte color
cheaper.
situation. That deep, like I call it like a thick gray.
Yeah, it's like the paint's
It's like
like-
a thick gray nail polish, Sam.
Yes.
It's like if you went to get
It's like
shellac
my
nails.
aesthetics.
It's your gray,
It's nice to
thick.
see.
I see
nail
what you're talking about.
polish.
Like that color right there.
I feel like it's
It
deeper.
says Incognito.
Yeah, that's what it is. And I
Yeah.
think it's different.
It's kind of a grayish.
We finally got something different out there on the roads
Yeah.
I like it.
because we haven't had it much.
Do you remember in the 90s it was emerald green? That was the thing. In the 90s it was emerald green, and I know this for sure.
Why?
Because my sister was shopping for a car. She was older than me, and she was going to get a car. And she walked into a Honda dealership, and the emerald green Honda Accord was on the floor. She was like, oh, my God, that is the most amazing color. And so we were like, oh, my God, nobody has green. That is so cool, like the green. Well, she ended up getting a green one. I don't think it was that one, but she got a green one. I remember thinking, gosh, I just see green everywhere.
I don't see green much.
No,
So,
not a lot.
like a deep
Hunter green. It was
green.
like a hunter green.
I like the hunter green. My parents had a green minivan.
Like a hunter green or like a minivan green?
They have wood paneling.
It's a mini green.
Oh, no. My parents had that
Thank
one.
God, no, we did not have
No
that.
wood on the side
Thank
of the
My
God,
parents
no.
had the green with the wood paneling station wagon.
Station wagon.
Gross.
Well, back then that was
That was the thing.
minivans were never cool.
Do they even make station wagons anymore?
My mom was the ultimate soccer
No,
mom minivan.
now they're known as minivans.
with the little soccer ball hanging from the
Minivans are
refrigerator.
nice.
Eric
I
had
have room.
one.
I had it for a couple of years. My wife loved that thing.
It's easier to get kids in with car seats, that's for sure. I mean, I had a Suburban all those years when I was rotating 3 car seats, and man, that sliding door would have been nice.
Especially at Target or somewhere like
Oh gosh, yes.
parking.
You know when they do like
They
parking
open-
for people with small kids? The parking spot should be a size and a half.
Should be much bigger.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not just that you can get a bonus spot somewhere at the front if it says parking for small children. The parking spot needs to be wider.
These parking garages aren't made like ours. I have to go look at it, but I'm sure ours looks probably made from the 70s, right?
Oh, yeah. This
cars weren't the
this
same.
building is 50
Well,
years
our
old.
building has weird parking spots anyway because just where we park, some of them are small and some of them are big. They haven't like equally measured out the spots. Some of them are tiny, and some of them you could barely get in there.
It's not
And
hard
other ones
finding
you
a
got lots of
space here.
Did you know that NASA has a lot full of vehicles that are not computerized?
What?
What do you mean, like off-the-grid type cars?
Yes.
Because basically every vehicle for the last, 20 years has got a computer built into it.
Right. But they know that, should something happen, then you don't want a car that has a computer in it. Because
Is there someone's job like an intern to go drive them around because you can't just leave them there for 5 years?
the station wagon.
They've got to be
And how
serviced.
do you know this, Kev?
The Twitters.
You tried to buy one.
Twitters, ancient aliens.
When his truck went out, he's like, I need a new vehicle.
This is why. Right before the eclipse, people started talking like, oh my God, God, how's NASA preparing for this? What if everything like goes awry? Well, this is how they're prepared. NASA's got all these cars that are off the grid so they can get going and keep their space flights moving. I guess.
I have never heard of this in my life.
Driving schools and like certain places have those stripped down cars with nothing in it.
Yeah.
They don't want to
really?
invest. Yeah, they look like they're from the 60s or something like that.
Well,
Actually, I haven't seen one of those, and since I wasn't driving school, what do they look like now? Who listening right now is a driver's ed teacher? I want to know what the inside of your car looks like.
Yeah,
What kind of car are you driving?
My daughter goes, it's a company that you pay them and they drive them around. And it's got the brake. It's just a stripped, it looks like a Toyota something. Or
Yeah.
Like just,
the instructor
like
has
the
the brake
most
on his
basic-
side.
yeah, it's like plain as you can get, as cheap as you can get. They're like, this stuff's about to get tore up. by
That's
these
how
kids.
that's how my training was. But it was all ex-cops that would teach you how to drive.
Really?
Yeah. And then my parents would get a discount on their like insurance or something if I like went through this class and passed it, which I did pass.
Nice.
Kevin's got video of
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
God.
Kev
Kevin's
went
going down the rabbit
those
hole.
cars.
Yeah.
Like, that's the station wagon Ryan had in the 70s.
Okay, 70s. Okay, you're right.
Yeah, my
the
mom and dad
70s.
had that.
Yeah, that one. You sure they're not just like for
That one looks like a
movie?
leftover flood.
A movie set?
It's leftover props from Apollo 13, the movie.
It literally says NASA on the back of the car, so it may have been for a movie. You're
Yeah,
right.
that's what I'm
It
thinking.
looks like a car that was like flooded and drained.
But you can see NASA in the background, like it's a parking lot at NASA.
I bet they use that for those anytime they do those movies.
Those movies, those retro movies.
you
I'm thinking
fell
more
for it.
along the conspiracy lines of the freeways. What is it? Like on the weekend, it seemed like everywhere I had to go, there was a major closure. Like the Beltway and 290 closed.
610 was
610 closed. Everywhere I had to go, it was closed. And it's just like, I think it was like the perfect storm. They had like every single closure happening at the same time all over the
They're telling you
weekend.
just to stay home.
Yeah, you almost have to.
They someone said they have speaking of cars and that matte gray you were talking about. They
Yes,
they
the
can't
matte
take it
gray.
to a car wash.
Why?
You have to hand wash it.
Yeah.
Why?
Having a matte colored car is a lot of work.
Oh, wait.
that
yes.
matte?
The matte. Yes.
so
It looks
that's
so
kinda cool.
It looks so cool, but
It
then when
looks
they-
cool, but
when
it's
the guy told me
hard to
that,
take
I
care
didn't know
of.
about the car wash thing. When I got my
I'm like, oh, I'm not getting that one.
No.
when
Yeah.
my lease was up, the
I'm lazy.
last time I got a car, I had seen some of those on the lot, and I was like, ooh, those look kind of cool, the ones that don't have shine. And the guy that was on the floor of the dealership was like, they do look cool, Roula, but shows every single scratch, the tiniest of scratches, because there's no shine.
You
And
don't
I was
think
like,
about that.
maybe that's why you don't go through the car wash.
Yeah, the
That's
power
kinda
wash
tough.
and stuff.
Although
Things-
definitely somebody dinged my car like with force and intent. I can tell. Like you could tell your car.
They
has
were
a
mad. They were
giant
punishing
ding.
you, so they just swung the door
Just
open.
because some people are just d bags and they just are like, I don't like this car.
I always look at cars next to me before I get in to see, okay, does that measure up? Just in case they did hit it or something. Because you never know. It could be the car that left and then the new car parked there.
Oh, I feel like it's
yeah.
a ding with like a cart because the way this dent is pretty bad, and there's a huge scratch with it, and I'm like, you bastard.
we can all do better.
Especially those Costco carts, man. They got some weight.
Yes, they do.
know.
Those are
right.
Those are the best carts ever made. I always say that's if I'm down and out and I need a cart, I'm getting a Costco cart.
I went to Costco and I got recognized while I was getting a ice cream smoothie, and I was
And a
like,
hot dog?
and I was like, oh, you probably thought this was going to be Eric here instead of me. I was like, I'm so sorry you're seeing me.
Did you
only,
go there
not
just
Eric.
for the smoothie though? That's impressive.
No,
I was gonna
no.
say, did you walk out
I
with not
needed
spending money?
diapers. I needed baby stuff.
Yeah, Costco was clutch for all that stuff. The wipes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Although here's the thing about the
paper
Costco
towels
wipes.
right now, you get $5 off.
Oh really?
So he's like 20 something.
The Costco wipes, Sam, are like 1,000 in one package. And although that sounds like it's a good deal, it's very heavy to carry that around the diaper bag.
And they
I'm like,
dry
this
out
is really
so quick.
big.
Yeah.
I don't need 1,000 wipes with me all the time.
You're right. They dry out by the time you get to like
They do. They
400
really do.
left.
I'm like, great. Sorry, kid. You just add some water to it.
Add some
It's
water
fine.
to
Add some
it.
water to it.
That's
What's
what
the
I've
difference?
done. I've definitely added water to the wipey package
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
Someone says they work at NASA. They have basic government cars.
Basic
I think
government
it's just
cars.
government being cheap.
Yeah, and the movie that you're talking about is called Project Artemis that they're actually preparing for. It's Scarlett Johansson.
Oh,
they're
really?
So
filming
the
something?
cars that you found are not real.
Huh.
Right. Right. It's for a movie.
I just wanted you to confirm that.
Yeah, but I think Eric's on this. Maybe they keep them like
No.
standing by for all the movies they
I
make.
would.
Remember they made that movie a few years ago, Hidden Figures. That was so good.
By the way, before we break,
Oh yes,
That
yes,
was an
of course.
amazing movie.
where's my apology, guys? About 7-Eleven.
Oh, I didn't see that. That's them. I didn't doubt you.
Yeah, you guys
So
turned on me really
7-Eleven,
quick. Ryan, put that old stink
Was
out.
it the 13th?
Sam and Ryan. Oh,
Well,
Eric, that was like
rephrase what it was.
7-Eleven on Saturday did a free Slurpee day. You spend $1.99. You bring in anything that's
Any container.
10-inch
container.
diameter or lower.
So it can be anything.
And you can put it in there. Could be a sand pot, one of those little
Sandcastle, pail, sand pail.
Put that on there and just fill it up for $2.
That's it.
Yeah, and they were doing also racing stripes.
But when
and some
Eric
other
was
places.
talking about it, we were looking it up, or Sam looked it up, and it was like, no, that was like in March. You've missed it. And he's like, really? I thought that was coming up. No, you missed it.
I know, I'm like, I look like an idiot.
But are you sad you didn't go get your sand pail full of
I was gonna
Slurpee?
say, Eric wouldn't have went.
I don't think I've ever
anyways.
had a Slurpee.
So they just did it.
That's a
now?
try Tuesday.
It was on Saturday.
It was on Saturday.
It was on Saturday.
For some reason, like I've never
We're
had.
sorry.
I've never had like a. I think I had a Red Bull with vodka once, like 12 years ago, maybe half of it. I didn't like it. I've never had one of those energy drinks. I've never had a Slurpee. I guess
Do it
I'm
with
just not
vanilla.
into-
Do it with vanilla vodka. It takes it to the next level.
Really?
With a Slurpee?
No, with the
That'd be good too.
With the Red Bull.
With the Red Bull. Mm-hmm.
Like Slurpees, I just don't understand the.
I thought you're not supposed to do alcohol
have a
and Red Bull
milkshake.
because
Red
it's the
Bull
high
and
and the low
vodka
in one
is
shot.
very bad for you, Kevin.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
you're
When
not
you're in college, you're fine.
Right.
Oh, when you're
No,
not.
you're not immune. That is a terrible
I
message.
think I remember some
to
girl
send.
was drinking that and her breath smelled really bad from it. So that's why I'm
It
like,
smells like medicine.
It's the taurine.
Or the Jaeger
thanks.
bombs. That's the best.
Mm-hmm. Oh man.
That's a shot of Jaeger in a beer?
No, shot of Jaeger in Red Bull.
Yeah.
Oh, in a Red Bull.
We used to
oh,
have
I'm thinking
Jaeger
sake bomb. Is
Have
a
you
shot of
seen
sake in a
Jaeger
beer.
bomb Sundays.
Well, yeah, Roula. It's so you're wide awake when you throw
that's
up.
part of it.
Yeah, exactly.
really
Ugh.
cold.
We
Yeah.
didn't have the machine. That's bougie. But we had those cups. There's it's normally they're orange, and there's a shot cup in the
Or
beginning,
they're
like in the
orange.
middle, and then around it, what?
Or they're orange.
No, the color. The color's orange. So there's a shot, and then you put the Jaeger in there, and then you pull the Red Bull around it, and then you drink it together, and it makes
They
this.
come. They pour together
They're
into
the
your
coolest
mouth.
things ever.
Well, I guess you got to do it at least one time. I'm not excited.
Yeah, try it Tuesday. We got a lot of things.
gotta write these
on this
down.
now. Everything's
Oh, I
Jaeger
love
bomb
it.
Tuesday. A
Sucky
Slurpee.
bombs, Jaeger bombs,
Yes.
Breggy Bomb tomorrow.
Breggy bombs, salsas.
Well, Breggy Bomb.
What's
on
your change now?
A burger.
A burger.
This
Breggy
restaurant
burger.
wants to bring us.
Yum.
One of our sales people came up to me and asked me, like, hell yeah,
We will take food.
we will take that.
Is it spicy?
Because you got to be careful. You don't know.
Doing some Tums in the studio or Pepsid afterwards?
Probably.
Didn't the Astros do that last year, like the Pepsid challenge or something? Like, can you have this hot sauce and not take the Pepto? That was the
Really?
thing the Astros did on social media.
You need a Pepto right away? I thought Pepto was like 30
it
minutes.
was something about that. It was like, remember the Astros, and they would take like hot sauce shots or something. And it's like, who's going to need a Pepsid or something because
do
of
that.
that? I can't do that either. You know, people who Bloody Marys on Sundays, and they're like, ooh, extra spicy.
Yes. I do
Bloody
that.
Mary meals. Can't do that.
Eating tomato
As
soup.
hot as they go in.
Well, today on the
Tomato
Roula and Ryan
soup.
Show, we're going to give you as much information as we can on how you're going to get to the Taylor Swift listening party for the next album that's coming out. Here's your weather for today.
It is going to be warm today. It looks like a high of 84 right now. 70 degrees and 612 on the Roula and Ryan Show.
From Hollywood to H-Town
Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
on KRVE.
All right, two things we're doing that's Taylor Swift related I want you to know about. Number one, we continue on with the keyword of the day that we've been doing for the last couple of weeks, where it's 4 keywords a day, 8 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and 5 p.m. We give you the keyword, and we give you the text number, and you send that in to try and win one of the 3 Eras tour trips that's going to be coming back to North America in the fall. It's also round-trip airfare for 2 nights hotel, $500 spending money, 2 tickets to the show. So that first keyword is at 8 o'clock. Then, on Thursday night, we here at KRBE are doing an amazing exclusive event, joining the Fandemonium for our Swifties. As Taylor's new album is going to be coming out at 11 o'clock on Thursday night, it is the Tortured Poets Department release.
Oh, wow.
And we're doing it at Unicorn Disco on Thursday night. Now, before you get all excited, younglings, this is a 21 and up event. If you're getting dressed for school right now and you're like, oh my God, I want my mom to win this or my older sister to win this or whomever to win this because you have to be 21, the person that wins it has to be 21, but the person that also goes has to be 21. So if they win it for you, they still can't go with you.
Yep.
You still can't go with them.
You just have to listen, watch their videos.
Yeah.
Exactly. Unicorn Disco's on
Hey, Mom,
Brazos in
FaceTime me.
Midtown. Starts at 8 o'clock on Thursday. Laura from H-Town Live is going to broadcast from there. Like I said, it's a 21 and up event. You can dance to your favorite Taylor songs all night. And then we're going to premiere the Tortured Poets Department at 11 o'clock when it hits nationally. We'll have Taylor's themed games and prizes and even Taylor Swift themed drinks.
That's cool.
You can dress in your favorite Taylor era And it's a free event. It does not cost anything to get in, but you have to win your way in. You can also follow us at KRBE and all our socials to win and secure your guaranteed spot. The doors are going to open at 8 o'clock at Unicorn Disco on Thursday night. It is first come, first serve basis as space allows. Again, it's a 21 and up event, and it's going to be super fun.
That's amazing how many albums she's just cranking them out. Like how she
think she'll show up
make
this
all
weekend?
these records.
I bet, because I know she was already there last week at Coachella in the crowd.
Oh, you mean perform?
But I bet she'll show up to perform.
To Coachella this weekend,
yeah.
you mean?
So she's already hanging
with
out
Travis
there.
Kelce.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Ice Spice called her out. Y'all say hi to Taylor Blinken Swift.
Because Billie Eilish showed up to Lana Del Rey's set.
Oh, she did.
She showed up for, because her new album's coming too, right? I don't know.
You got me, man. I'm all
Thought she had
Taylor
something
all the
kind of-
time.
I don't know all
I
these
just know when the
I
Taylor
know
stuff's happening.
Irvin does our social media and all of our videos. He's
He
going.
will know all of that info.
He's going there
I
Thursday.
think they did like a watch party, him and Ahmad on Friday or something. I was like, what are you guys planning?
They're like, hey, can we talk about? Can we do a segment on Coachella? I'm like,
Yeah.
Guys,
That's a very
lot
small
of our-
group of people that are going to actually go to
I mean, you
it.
might know the
somebody
bands
in
like 'em, but-
music, and somebody in music, for somebody who's out of music and is like, I'm not sure what this is. Is it a sporting event? Is it about coaches? No.
which purses?
It's basically an outdoor festival, music festival. It goes for 2 weekends, and there's always one big headliner. Like, you know, when Beyonce did Homecoming on Netflix, it was the two nights she performed
Like
at
No
Coachella.
Doubt got back
they did
together.
it in and out.
They showed
Yeah.
up together last weekend, but I mean, it was planned.
So we'll give you more details, and stay tuned, because here on the Roula and Ryan Show, we've got your first chance of the day to score your way into the release party for the Tortured Poets Department Thursday night at Unicorn Disco.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Erica found out Billie Eilish's new album is Hit Me Hard and Soft.
Coming
What's
out.
the date?
It's not giving the date
She's probably
yet.
waiting a few weeks till after Taylor's done.
Yeah, she wants to get that.
Right? You gotta-
Try and get that
like,
one
Beyonce
spot.
has her, so she's
Yeah,
number one
yeah.
for like 2 weeks in a row, and then
Yeah, you gotta
Taylor
give
will
them
take over
space.
for 2 months.
Give them space. Right now, the biggest news in the world was happening. The Titanic sunk this morning in the early hours of April 15th.
What year?
Of
12?
12, wasn't it? Yeah. So I was thinking, God, that's so weird.
So 112
April
years.
15 of 1912 was the early morning hours that the Titanic ended up in the bottom of the North Atlantic.
You know, that's amazing.
That's not something people know, though. You don't think Tax Day, Titanic Day. We should, though. The way we know, like, Pearl Harbor is December 7.
How long
or
has Tax Day
May the
been
Force
Tax
be
Day?
with you,
Like-
May Star Wars Day.
Like
What?
April 15th, was it was it 50 years ago, 100 years ago?
We'll dive deep into that one in the next
Was
segment.
it the same
Eric.
thing? They're like,
What's the
dang it.
origin of Tax Day?
They're like, dang it, Titanic and my taxes? Come on.
But let me throw you this one. On Friday, people were more shook with the news that the Golden Bachelor couple was divorcing over the death of O.J. Simpson.
Yes.
And over the weekend now, you know, everybody's put their 2 cents in. But truly it is because Teresa and Jerry just couldn't live together. She didn't want to leave New Jersey, and he was going to stay where he was going to stay.
Sounds like they never did.
Although they wanted to join their lives, they could not pick which city their lives would be joined in.
Shame on the Bachelor people. They pressured them to do this probably. Why did just let them? You can still be together and don't have to live together. Just don't get married. They pushed them to get married, I bet.
Or
We'll give
could
you
they
a lot
have
of
pulled
cash.
off this marriage and not actually have to announce a divorce and just say, all right, well,
Are they retired?
I'll come there when I want to be there, and you
they're
come
in
over
their
here when you
70s.
want to be here.
Right.
Could be working.
My
Like, they didn't
father-in-law
have to
works.
tell us about it.
Yeah, they didn't have to tell us. Like they could have, and they could have like not even had filed for divorce. Maybe if they really are like truly so in love, and they're like, we just found love, but in the wrong city. Can't you just try and make it work? I don't know.
I'm saying
I
you're
mean,
retired. You could just, I'll spend 3 months with you there.
Are there, it's
Go
the East
there.
Coast,
would
don't they have
think.
trains connecting everything so easily? Just take a train.
Oh, by the way, Eric, I
Get
got
on
you
the
your
train.
info here.
Yeah.
So tax day used to be back in March, but in 1955 they shifted it to April 15th. So it's been
so-
April 15th since 1955.
So she was living in New Jersey, and Jerry was living at his lake house in Indiana. So Jersey to Indiana, I guess, wasn't an easy commute.
That's not commutable.
She didn't want to go to the lake house, and he didn't want to live in Jersey.
Because didn't he build it for his wife, his first wife?
Yes,
Like
but he had
everything
a
he built for
girlfriend
her?
between the
That's
first
like a
wife
whole
and the
other
last one.
thing.
That was like their dream.
You're
to
basically
be on the lake.
You want to move into a shrine to my dead wife?
Well, that was like if you had a dream, like to go like.
She picked all of these features.
My mom always wanted to get a
Herself.
camper
Uh-huh.
and drive
Like an
around
RV?
the RV and drive around America with my dad. That was like she wanted to see things and do things, and never happened. But God forbid, say all of a sudden my dad remarried and did that with someone else.
She's like, it's my wife's
Oh, yeah,
dream to
that'd be
do this.
terrible.
Let's go on this road trip. And she'd be like, it's not my dream. I mean, that could be something.
As a kid, you'd be mad, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
As a
You
kid.
saw your dad going with someone else.
Nice.
That's
You're
what
living
Mom
out
never
mom's
talks about.
dreams with another woman.
I'm sure she's looking down happy. Yeah, right.
No
You're
way.
right. It's kind of like the same theme as if you've been dating somebody for a long time and y'all decide to get married and you move into the other person's house. I remember this was a story when Charlie Sheen and Denise Richards got married, but for good reason. You should buy a brand new bed. Just buy a brand new bed as a married couple. Like, this is our brand new bed.
Good idea.
I don't know what you did here before me,
Yeah.
but we're a newly married couple. We're going to buy a brand new mattress.
That's a good idea.
Some people are like, I don't want this
thinking
furniture.
a new
Or I don't
house.
want this. Sometimes the house is fine. It's just some of the stuff in it's not fine.
But you never feel
Houses
like
aren't
it's
easy
yours,
to come
though.
by.
Well,
especially-
as long as, like,
what about the
his
interest
stuff
rates
is
right
not
now,
all
Eric? Let's
over
go adult on this.
Yeah.
What if the person's like,
I was locked in at 3.5.
Have you seen the interest rates? No, we're not moving.
Yeah.
That's totally
I
adults.
understand.
That is
Stay
adulting
put.
at its finest right there. I don't want to live in your house with all your ex-girlfriends. Well, what's your credit score? Because my interest rate is 2.9%.
Yeah. You want that 8%, 7%?
It's so crazy. Anyway, so that's if you want to rewatch The Golden Bachelor, it is now streaming on Hulu again, so you can watch them fall in love. Only to know they divorce after 3 months.
He should
watch the
have
fraud.
picked the other chick. Telling you.
But the other chick probably wasn't she from somewhere else too?
I know,
It's all
but
about moving to that lake house in Indiana.
He loves that thing.
If he's gonna pick the lake house over the lady, then we're gonna just go ahead and go with that.
Did his kids live near the lake house, Sam? You watched the show.
That's a great question. I don't know where.
Because
his
my
kids
theory
are
was
at.
obviously, and it was because he didn't want to not be around his grandkids
Right.
and his
Right.
kids.
Well, that's the whole thing about that is like you should probably have that conversation before you get.
Don't we all talk about like
together.
someday you want to move somewhere else, like retire and go
Yeah.
somewhere? But then you're like, once you have your kids have kids.
And you want to be close to the
Then you want to
grandkids.
move closer.
Oh, there's this thing on Instagram that keeps
Yeah.
running, Sam, about I guess it's a smack on grandparents who say you guys never come here. Like, we never see the grandkids. Like, the thing is that, it's that piano soft music. Y'all all know it, right? And it's just the caption on the Instagram reel. It's like, dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun,
Oh, yeah,
dun,
okay.
dun. It's basically like the Billie Eilish
It's
song from
Billie
Barbie.
Eilish.
Yes.
Okay. And then the caption is a mom with toddlers or kids 5 and under, and she's doing her daily thing. And it's about the grandparents. Like, don't tell me that we don't make time to come see you if you're not going to make time to come see us. If you don't want to come to their games or you don't want to be involved, then I can't keep calling you for every single thing. And I'm like, what kind of a smack is this? Like,
Yeah, somebody's really mad.
somebody's really mad. Like, I guess I've never been in this situation. I don't have in-laws or my mom are not the kind of people like, you never bring us the kids and then never make an effort to come see them. The in-laws in my life and my mom are very involved in my kids' lives, thank God. When they
Right.
can, they will. But they don't complain about not. So I guess there are really some people get some guilt.
There's
about
there's a lot.
It's easier for grandparents to come here, right, Sam? Then you bring your son and stroller and all this stuff, rent a car.
It's a lot. It's a lot to travel to go see my family.
Oh man, it's not a it's not a
Wintertime?
vacation. It is a trip.
It's a
You got kids under the age of like 7 total,
That's a
like
lot.
7 and down. That is never a vacation. It is always a trip.
It's a schlep.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
flying
yeah,
with
you're
Santiago
exhausted.
by myself in May.
But
Like, Mark can't come with me, so it's going to just be me and a toddler.
Are they picking you
flying.
up at the
But
airport?
when you get to your house, though, then you've got the army waiting for you. Your mom
Yeah,
is there,
but
your
on a
dad is
flight,
there.
I'm really
But the flight,
nervous.
yeah, I
and
can see how
rental
you're
car,
nervous.
or are they picking you up?
So that's the other thing, too. Am I going to have to carry the car seat with me, plus the stroller, plus the carry-on, plus a diaper bag? I'm hoping my mom can get a car seat, and then they'll just come pick me up.
Oh, yeah, they can totally do that.
But-
you can rent car seats from rental car places.
Yeah, but I'm not going to get a
Yes.
rental car. I'll have my mom come pick me up.
Well, your mom should just invest in one for all the other grandkids.
Well, yeah.
We'll just say that.
Can't you get
Used
one
one,
at the
can't you?
secondhand store?
Yeah.
I don't, you're not allowed to do that with car seats.
No.
Because of,
Really?
Yeah, because of code and
So
stuff.
where do they all go?
They're-
People just throw them away, or you can't sell
You
'em?
either do that or you take them to Target and then you get like a 10-15% coupon and you can use it towards your next one.
Great.
That's it?
Because
Yeah.
I wanted to sell
'Cause if
mine,
there's like
and they're
a-
like, you can't.
Yeah, it's really hard to sell them. Also, if you're in a car accident, you have to
mattresses?
like cut the seatbelt so people know they can't use it. There's
Right.
a lot of stuff we can. I don't think anybody wants to talk about this next break. But
No, but
there's a
things,
lot of
things,
Is that
things that you
tax
don't know. Things that you don't know.
Tax write off.
If you
Maybe how
put
you
the
can get a
car,
great deal.
if you put a car seat out for like heavy trash day or something,
Check
just
and
to
see
cut
if
the
it's
seat
cut.
belts
Yeah.
so that nobody can use it again because the code is not the same and they say it's not safe. Here's the weird thing. Here's the window. I had 3 kids in like how many years?
Yes.
I used the first car seat situation for the second kid and the third kid. But had I tried to buy that same car seat for my third kid brand new, they would not have sold it to me.
Yeah.
Because they have upgraded,
Yes.
encoded,
Yes.
recoded.
It's just like a card, like recall and all that kind of stuff.
I see.
It's a lot.
So, I mean, but you ain't going to get a ticket, like, if you didn't cut those.
Yeah,
but there's a difference in like
you don't got like.
It's just safety.
This is probably some mom
reasons.
probably thought of that and said you should do this.
Okay, they're not going to like red tag you on heavy trash day.
Oh, yeah.
No.
We ain't taking this unless you cut these.
And shout out to the texter says my parents are like that. They never make the effort to see my kids, but they always want us to go there. They never call either. So I guess that reels for you, my friend. I'm sorry. All right, coming up next, tax day. Do you know that you spend more time stressing over your taxes than actually getting them done? This is
Really?
Yes. There's actually, if you missed the tax deadline, what does that mean? We're going to give you the 101 in case you forgot or you're nervous, or maybe this is your first years of being responsible for yourself. Give you a little tax day 101 next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
It's KRBE. Back to Roula and Ryan.
It is tax day. A lot of us not happy about that.
Well, a lot of people stress out about doing their taxes. They stress out so much they could have been doing their taxes instead of stressing about them. But they just sit around like, oh, I got to get my taxes done.
Are you the kind of person who waits till the last second?
Done. Well, don't you know that's how I work best?
I was going to say,
friends.
Roula probably hasn't done hers yet.
Don't you know
So
that's
file
how
an
I work
extension.
best? My intention every January is okay. I'm trying to get on this.
We're only in
I have
April.
to start thinking about it in
That's a new
January
year.
and be like, okay, you can get your taxes done now. If you really want to get it together, you start thinking about doing your taxes. Yeah, no. 43% of Americans said they spend more time avoiding doing their taxes than the time it would actually take just to get them done and out of the way. So the deadline is today. If you are doing them last minute, you are not alone. 47% will procrastinate it. And, you can file an extension. If you owe the government money, though, you pay interest on filing extensions. Y'all know this?
Because you do an extension doesn't mean you're not supposed to pay, right?
You have to
You're supposed
pay.
still-
Estimated.
If
That's
they
Has to
owe
be
you
$5.
money, if the government owes you money and you file an extension, okay, you're just basically delaying getting paid back by them.
Your own money.
Yeah.
It's your own money.
It's not like you
if
they give it to
you
you,
owe
'cause
the government
of course.
money, then there is an interest to the extension.
Did you see how
time.
much Mark Cuban paid yesterday?
How much?
What was it?
Someone's like, hey, you rich billionaires and that, what do you have to pay? He goes, I pay my taxes and I'm proud of $288 million.
Yeah. Well, he's
Lord.
the rare one.
He paid $288 million yesterday
Dang.
or whenever he filed.
Well, when you do pay your taxes and people are stressed out about
That's
taxes,
288. Well,
That's
we could add all of our money times 100.
million in
yeah.
taxes.
That's hard to wrap your brain around.
It is. But then look at how much more money he's got outside of the $208 million. Think of how much
Just
you have
a
to
year.
have make in 1 year to
Yeah. What's
be
his net
taxed
worth?
that much.
Isn't he like worth $5 billion?
I'm not sure.
Is he going to sell the Mavericks after all or not?
He already did.
Did he really?
He sold to the people it's a gambling family out of Vegas.
Because he was here for the
He
Rockets.
still runs
game.
them. He
Okay.
got a sweet deal.
He still goes
He got a
to all
couple
the
billion
games?
for that. That's probably why he had to pay $288
Yeah.
million.
Oh,
yeah,
If he sold it for $5 billion.
Capital gains
But
tax.
think about
y'all.
what he did. He turned that team around. The Mavericks, before he owned them, were just a tired old team. He completely reimagined
He
them.
did that for all the NBA.
Yeah.
Made all their teams worth more.
Mm-hmm.
He changed the philosophy instead of just being like old guys, dinosaurs. He brought it up to like the tech world. And then all these tech guys started buying teams.
And you know what? Not only do we have to pay the IRS, but we have these terrible property taxes as well.
Oh, by the way, yeah, right now,
How they teach us
mid-April,
this stuff in school?
They do.
Here's what they need.
That's
Okay.
the square dancing.
the first
Yeah.
thing you need to teach any new home buyer, get that homestead exemption. Go to HCAD, file, and get that homestead exemption, and you can immediately start putting money in your pocket. And you've been hearing me talk about ownwell.com. This is a new client I'm endorsing. And I checked it out. It's OWNWELL.com. You just type in, it literally takes like 2 minutes, and you find out how much money they can save you, and they will save you. Like right off the bat.
Well,
I
when you
think-
buy your first house, they should at closing they should tell you that.
Yeah,
you need to make
homestead
this your
Well,
homestead.
you get the homestead
if you
exemption,
don't do
yeah.
a homestead exemption, you're just giving away money because you're being taxed as if that's not your primary. If it's your primary, you get a tax break on that.
The county messed up and put 2 homesteads on 2 of my homes. I didn't notice for
Look at you
a
on the
hot
side.
minute.
You get a side eye. It's like, should I tell
I
them?
know.
Should I tell them?
No, I told him. I was like, y'all messed this up.
But we live in a good state for
I
this.
got a third house now.
We really do live in a good state for this. Back in 2023, our legislative session, they passed the largest property tax cut in Texas history. So
Thank goodness. I can't
yeah.
wait to feel that or see that or what's happening with that.
Right.
Where's my money?
A lot of people feel like they pay too much to the government. 56% of Americans say they pay more than their fair share in taxes. That is up dramatically in the last few years. A third of taxpayers say they pay about the right amount, and about 8%, only 8% think, I should probably pay more, but I don't. 8% of Americans think that.
Do y'all
That's
pay
interesting.
quarterly?
No.
What do you mean?
Quarterly. You have to
you can
pay
figure out.
quarterly sometimes. Maybe if you have a 1099, maybe that's why they make me do it.
Well, we do W-2s.
Well, I have both.
Oh, look at you. You're a little too adulting for me. I don't understand you. Let me just leave it to what it is.
couple
So
jobs.
here's
My
the
wife's an
question.
accountant.
Your
Why-
wife does it all?
I don't even know.
Yeah,
how
because
it
his
works.
wife's an accountant, so leave it to
Yeah.
her. Leave their numbers. Now, there are people that try to deduct
Mark does
things that are
ours.
silly, and you would think, well, that's not deductible, but then it is. Here's a list of very interesting things that actually are deductible, which I don't know why. It doesn't give me a reason why they are, but they are. And some things you have tried to see if they're deductible, and they're not.
Let's make a game out of it. You tell us something, and we'll see if it is.
If it's deductible or not.
Is the beer that you are drinking deductible because you are putting it on Instagram as a beer tasting? Is that deductible or not?
If you're endorsing it.
That seems far-fetched, but I'm going to say yes.
No.
Kev, what do you think?
No, I don't think so.
I wish.
What do you think, Ryan?
No.
The answer is yes.
Wow.
All right, Sam.
Beer you drink
About to
because
get
you
a lot
run
of
a beer
refunds.
tasting Instagram is yes.
You
Let's
have to
see.
make money though at it, don't you? Like be a professional.
I'm a beer taster. That's
I
my
am a
profession.
professional.
If you run a business and you have to bring your dog to work because he's your mascot for your business and cheers everyone up, are the food and the treats you're giving your dog while in the workplace deductible or not?
Yes.
I would have to
Like,
say yes.
Like Raising
Yes.
Cane's, he brought his dog to work, I bet, every day.
I mean, it's named
Yeah.
after his dog.
Yeah, I'm guessing yes.
Everyone thinks yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the answer is no.
Oh,
It's
it.
not.
good thing I'm not in that world.
Let's see. A loan that you made to a friend that ended up being a deadbeat and didn't pay you back. Is that deductible or
I think you're
not?
out of luck there. No.
Yeah, no.
I think if you made it official,
Yeah, so
then-
don't you have to have paperwork and
Yeah.
stuff? It can't be, I just give you $100.
yeah,
$100.
I say yes.
No.
I don't think you, how do you,
No.
no.
It says you can write it off if there's no hope of recovering it. Yes.
Wow.
A loan to a deadbeat. How about pregnancy tests? Are those tax deductible?
No.
How about if you have a baby in you?
Well, a pregnancy test. Doesn't give me any details on that. It just says pregnancy test. Doesn't say you
That can't
tested
be
and
the-
you found out you were positive.
No, it can't be.
Shouldn't be.
The answer is yes.
What?
It doesn't tell me why it's yes, but it
That's
says it's
so
yes.
weird.
Let's see. How about this? If you are allergic to your carpet, you find out there's allergens in your carpet and you have to have it removed.
That's a health issue.
Is that a deductible expense? Yes or no?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm going with health, yeah.
Yeah.
Home repairs, unless it's a rental, I don't think you can.
Or if you're something, it's your health, though, Kev.
Yeah.
You are allergic to the carpet in your home and you have to have it
Asbestos or
removed.
something.
I know that like extra healthcare costs can be written off, so I'll say yes.
And the answer is no.
Suck at this game.
When
You're
you
just
said it
messing
was
with
real
us now.
believable. It's really believable.
Misleading.
I know. Who knew? Who knew?
Hey, yo. Time for KRBE's Roula and Ryan show to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
Finally, the Astros have a win. My God.
I
Jose
think we ended up winning that
Altuve.
Won
series,
the
right?
series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We won that series when we win the silver boot because we tied
Yeah.
the first
Oh.
series, even though it was so miserable. Did we
Silver
win the
boot-
silver boot?
Silver Boot's not done yet. We have
It's
to play
not?
him like 8 more times or so.
Oh, I thought it was like the first two series is like the silver
It's
boot
the whole-
series.
like-
the whole year?
Yeah, whoever
For the whole
wins the-
season?
The whole season. So we play him in July.
All right, that's good. They tried to rally back in the ninth. I was like, hold on there, Rangers.
Bring in Hater.
It's 8-2. Let's
Hater
not
time.
get more runs there. We ended up at 8-5, right? Was it
Yeah,
scoring?
8-5. 8-5. Jose Altuve, 2 homers. This is the kind of story that makes you just smack your head and go, oh, God, there should be a license for parenting. On April 4th, Lakeisha Woods Williams, she's 29 years old. She leaves her 6 and her 8-year-old children alone for a week in a high-rise apartment. This
Right
is
here,
over by
near,
City
near
Center.
KRBE.
Yeah.
It's the McKinley right there by Memorial City Mall.
The McKinley, yeah.
I see the sign on I-10 all the time, the McKinley.
Harris County.
Looks like a really nice mid-rise or whatever
It is. It's a nice place. Harris County deputies arrived at the house April 9th. They were told by the children who were alone their mother decided to take a cruise. Paramedics and Child Protective Services were called to the scene to check on the kids.
Hold me back.
She returns to the apartment on April 10th, only to be arrested on April 11th. The mother was charged with 2 counts of child endangerment. She just basically left a 6 and an 8-year-old alone for a week so she could go take a cruise. Just left enough food for him.
How in the living hell do you do that?
I don't know.
That is, what a moron.
I can't leave my kid alone to go to the grocery store.
I know.
This chick goes on a cruise.
At what age do
How
you...
old are the kids again?
6 and 8.
And left them alone for a week.
You have no family or friends?
And
Yeah,
how
what-
far into the trip did the kids get discovered?
Yeah, and how did they get discovered?
Right.
Is what I want
They
to know.
probably wanted food.
Did somebody see them? Like, where's your mom? Or, oh, wait, I think part of the story when
Having a
it
party.
first came out was somebody saw her leaving with luggage. Maybe one of the neighbors saw her leaving with luggage, but saw her kids. I got to double check that.
It's so maddening that somebody can,
especially
do
a cruise, because
like
think about it, it's not like
you
there is
can't
an
get back
emergency.
to them.
Yeah, they're
It's
not
like you're
going
out
to
at
Dallas,
sea.
which is awful to leave them, but a cruise, you're out in the middle of the sea.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, dude, I wouldn't even like leave my daughter in the car and run in and grab something if it
Was
was
there
right
even
there.
a phone in the apartment for them to call for emergencies? Was there anybody for them to call? What is I need so much more information on this story, because wouldn't it just make us all crazy if we found out like she has a mom that lives like in Cyprus? She could have taken them there,
Or the dad.
or somewhere.
It was her week to have
Somebody
the kids.
somebody in her life lives in Houston that she could have said, "I'm going on this cruise. Here's my 6 and 8 year old." But instead, I'm gonna lock my apartment door. Y'all just stay here.
Let's see her side of it, because you know she's got
There is no side
some
of it.
spin to try. And,
There's no spin. There's no side
Well,
of it.
I left before
You're
the
a
babysitter
horrible
showed up
person if
because
you do
my
that.
cruise was going to leave, and she promised me she'd show up.
idiot of the year so far.
I cannot with people like this.
All right.
All right, coming up next, look at me now. Tell us something good. Make us feel good on a Monday. Somebody told you you'd never amount to anything, or why are you going to try doing that? You're not good at that. It's called Look at Me Now, where you will call us at 713-390-KRBE and tell us stories of success and triumph, and we'll be so proud
Especially
of
on
you.
a Monday. I want to hear some
lift
positive. After
us
I hear that
up.
story,
Positivity.
Lift us up on the Monday, next on the Roula and Ryan Show.